fix some stuff on the E30 and let's make it a little bit more dailyable. I know I said last time that the next video we were gonna do is gonna be the 240 at the track. I'm still waiting on tires for the 240 and I have to wire in a temperature gauge because the temperature gauge on the car doesn't work. So while we do those two things, I figured let's just work on the E30. So there's a couple things I want to do on the E30. The car drives great. It drives amazing. It's such a vibe to drive. I've never driven a car as analog as this. There's a few things I want to upgrade, or some people in the comments are probably gonna think it's a downgrade, but personally I think it's gonna be an upgrade. You guys will see that later in the video. Overall, I just want to fix a few things before I actually start driving this car a lot. Number one, this car needs AC. Even just sitting in here right now in California weather, my back is fucking soaked with sweat. So like I said, the first thing we're gonna try and fix today is we're gonna try and fix the AC on this car, and hopefully by the end of this video we have a completely working AC system. I don't know if I showed you guys last video, this car doesn't have an AC belt on it, so there's not even a possible way to see if the AC compressor is working or not. That does feel a little loose, I'm not sure, but the first step is I gotta get a belt on to see if the AC system works. The rest of the AC system looked intact, so let's start off by putting a belt on it, and then I'll move on to next steps to diagnose to see if the compressor is actually out. I'm just hoping that it just needs a belt, and then maybe the compressor doesn't kick on because the refrigerant is low. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, I hook everything up and then I find out I actually do need a compressor, and I'll just buy a compressor. But fingers crossed, it just needs a belt and it needs a recharge. Tamarindo's the best flavor, bro, don't at me. I'm about to start on this. I have no idea how to... All right. Damn, did my screen crack? Nah, we good. I'm gonna put this down. Like I said, I have no idea how to do this. So I'm gonna just wing it. Hopefully I don't have to jack up the car. I just have to figure out what keeps the belt in tension, loosen that, and then slip the belts on. So I have two belts. I ordered two by accident, but I think it's a good thing because I heard it could be either or. So I just bought both just in case. And then there's a chance it could be another belt and not be any of these. So hopefully one of these works and we get the belt on. But that's gonna be my next task for right now.
A few minutes later.
I gotta go to O'Reilly because obviously shit never goes as planned. So these are the two belts I bought, and of course for my luck it was the one I don't need. It wasn't any of these. So one is too long and one is too short. The difference is literally like 5 millimeters. I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's right now. Hopefully they have the right belt I need, and I'm gonna bring these two, and I just gotta bring one that's like right in the middle. The hardest part was trying to figure out how to relieve tension on the actual AC bracket, and it's basically I'm probably not gonna be able to show it well. There's a bolt up here somewhere. You gotta loosen that bolt and then loosen the bottom bolt on the brackets, and then there's two bolts at the bottom. If you go underneath you can see it. There's teeth right here on this bracket, and if you tighten and or loosen this bolt because it has a gear behind it, it brings the alternator in or out. It's kind of a cool idea, but since these cars are so old, it doesn't work as best. So sometimes it grabs, sometimes it doesn't. What I ended up doing is I just took out this bolt completely. I cleaned the gears and I cleaned this, and it grabbed a lot better, and that way I was able to relieve tension. Now that I figured out how to get the tension off, I just got to go buy the right belt. So hopefully they have it. Now I have 4 fucking belts. These are the first 2 I bought. So one was too long, one was too short, and then for these 2, both of these are right in the middle of these 2. So I just bought both of them, and just in case I could just return the other one, but I'll let you guys know which part number it was right now. Let's get the belt on. I'm gonna start with the shorter one first, see if it's gonna fit. If not, then we'll move up and it should be the other one. And I also already bought some refrigerant. I bought 2 bottles. I think it needs 3, but I bought 2 already, just in case the compressor does work. I can already do a recharge. I got the belt in finally. It was the first one. It was the 9325, so I'm pretty sure I already said that in the video. It was a 9325. It barely fit, dude. So tip, put it through the bottom and then fix it through the top, through the hood. That was the only way I was able to get it, and I barely got it, but everything's nice and tight. It has a pretty good amount of tension. Everything's locked in place, I think. The only thing that I'm worried about is that I think this AC belt is supposed to go, so where my finger's right here, that's the AC belt, but I think the AC belt goes on this one right here, because this one is completely lined up with the AC belt. This line in the front would be crooked right here with the power steering, and as you can see, this one down here for the power steering, that one is already crooked, so hopefully it doesn't matter too much on the AC line. But maybe that's why the line blew off. Maybe the last owner put the lines wrong how I'm putting them right now. I'm gonna just try it like this. If it blows, then I know I need to take out the power steering, and I need to put the AC line on the bottom one back there. Later in the video, we're gonna be removing this double din and changing it with the single din. I should have probably done that first because I'm all filthy right now. So now I gotta put a towel on the seat. I got the key ready. I'm about to turn on the car, but before I turn on the car, so there's 2 reasons the car probably doesn't have a belt. I don't think they put the belt in the right area like I just told you guys, so maybe the belt slipped off and they just never put it back. Hopefully it doesn't slip off right now. Or 2, the compressor's messed up and it's making probably like a whining noise or something, so they just chopped the belt off. So maybe the compressor was broken, the AC wasn't working, and it was making a weird noise, so the mechanic probably just cut off the the AC belt. I'm really hoping, because I don't see why the AC belt would have just walked itself off. I don't know, hopefully maybe the AC belt was replaced and they didn't replace it right, but we're gonna find out right now. We're gonna find out if it makes any weird noises. Best case scenario, the belt probably just flew off and there's probably still refrigerant in the system, and literally all I needed was a belt. Who knows? We're gonna find out right now. I don't even know how to use the AC in this fucking car. Pray for me in the comments below. Hopefully this works. All right, no whining right now. Let me go check the belt, make sure it's still on there. Is the belt still on? Yeah. Like I said, best case scenario, it still has Freon in the system and I just need to turn on the AC right now and it fucking works. If I turn on the AC and the AC clutch comes on, that means that it works. If it doesn't turn on, that means it could probably be low on Freon, and I'm gonna charge the system and hopefully it works, because like I said, everything seems like it should be working. But the belt seems fine. It's not slipping off or anything. It doesn't look weird. So everything's so far so good. I was just really scared that the compressor was gonna make like a weird whining noise. I'm gonna just turn on the AC, see what happens. We might have to recharge it in a bit. I got some good news and I got some bad news. Or I guess it's all bad news. So the compressor doesn't kick on. I had an interesting discovery. On the inside, the AC button doesn't stay clicked in. So I already pulled it out of the actual dash a little bit. I think it disconnects right here, just in case I need to get a new button. But when I press it, it doesn't stay pressed in. So for the bottom one, this one stays in. But for the actual AC button, it doesn't stay in. The button is working because whenever I press it, the revs drop. Or they go higher actually, to compensate for the compressor. But the compressor still doesn't kick on. So I'm gonna try to fill the system up with R134 right now. Hopefully it just needs to be charged, and who knows, maybe the button's kicking me out because the system knows it has no Freon. It doesn't let you run the AC system with low Freon, so who knows. Maybe that's why they thought the compressor was fucked up. Worst case scenario, I just need a new button because I'm pretty sure it's just the button. I wouldn't be surprised if they kicked you out of AC mode just because the Freon was low. So right now, I'm gonna fill it up with some Freon. I'm gonna use R134. I know these cars need R12, but I have a homie who's been using 134 for years and he's never had issues. AC blows cold. I think the R12 just runs a bit colder, but it's really hard to get R12 now. So I'm gonna just fill it up with R134. I just picked some up right now. Fingers crossed, who knows, maybe the button will start working once the system's charged and the compressor actually kicks on. Pray for me. I'm gonna be so hyped that this works. Let me fill it up and see what happens. I gotta go to O'Reilly's again because this fitting right here and the one over here, these don't accept the high and the low side for this. So my friend Connor said there's an adapter you can screw on, and the adapter will screw on and it basically turns it into one of these. I couldn't find anything online about it, but I'm just gonna go to O'Reilly's and try and find the adapter that he was talking about. I'll return that belt while I'm at it, but hopefully with those new adapters it's able to let me charge the system and everything works out fine. I think this is the kit that I need. Don't mind those two caps, those are the ones that came off of the E30. It's literally just an R12 to R134 retrofit, so hopefully this works. I think this is the part that my friend told me he got. This fitting and this fitting, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, damn, this is crazy, dude. Hopefully this fucking works. Hopefully it's this simple. Bad news, the AC doesn't work, but I think I know what the issue is. So the system was accepting charge, but I think I have a leak in my condenser. I gotta look at it tomorrow. I'm gonna look at it right now a little bit better, but the condenser is leaking. So I don't know if it's the connections from when me and David took off the condenser, or if the actual condenser is leaking. I need to get a new one. It seems like the compressor's working. The compressor kicked on and everything. I got so happy when it kicked on. But I'm inside the car right now. I already put like a bottle and a half of refrigerant, and I think it's just leaking it all out from the condenser because it's not getting cold in here. It got a little bit cold. I'm gonna try and drive it right now, see if it gets a little colder. But I gotta fix that leak before I do anything. So I might buy a condenser and we might try and fix the AC. I want to fix the AC in this video. And after that, we're gonna be installing a single din on this car, but it's a badass single din with CarPlay and everything. So I'm super excited for that. But I'll come back and work on the car as soon as I can. You can actually hear the leak where it's coming from. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it on camera. Oh yeah, the Freon's definitely leaking from somewhere in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's all wet inside of there. I could literally hear the Freon escaping. We'll see what happens. It's been a couple days. Last clip, I filled the system up with R134, but we found out that we have a huge leak in the condenser. So I already bought a new condenser, but I'm not gonna be able to replace it on the street. So I gotta wait for David to be able to help me, because I'm not changing that condenser on the street. Either the radiator has to come off or the front bumper has to come off. I think I'm gonna take off the front bumper because I also want to learn how to take off the front bumper. But for now, we're gonna be doing two things right now. First thing is I bought a brand new single din for it. So I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but this is basically like a single din, but it still has CarPlay and stuff. So I'm super hyped about this. The screen that's inside the E30 right now is just too big. It doesn't match the aesthetic of the car. I think this is gonna be a lot cleaner. It might not sound as good as the Sony that's in it, but it should get the job done. So I'm really hyped about this. I'm excited to get that big ass screen out of the car. I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're gonna be trying to install this. Hopefully everything matches up. The car technically already has a single din in it because it's a double din, but it's a single din input that has the double din screen on the outside. So my theory, I'm hoping I could just take out that single din and just bolt this one in and put it back in. So hopefully that's all I need to do, but we'll see what happens. I'm not excited to do that, but that's gonna be the second thing we do today. But before I do that, an easier mod that we're gonna be doing is I went and bought this new ECU. Well, it's not new, but this is the ECU that ends in the numbers 173. This came off of a manual E30 as well. I don't know if that matters, but basically the ECUs that end with 173, you're able to do a stomp test and the car will tell you what check engine lights it has and stuff. It's kind of like on 240s where you hold the button on the ECU and then the light flashes at certain times and it tells you like basically what's wrong with the car. Because obviously these are OBD1 cars, or I don't even know if they're OBD1, but you can't just plug a scanner into the E30 and it'll tell you what's wrong with this. So I have a check engine light that comes on from time to time. The ECU that's in the car right now doesn't have the stomp test feature, and these 173 ECUs, I think there's a couple other numbers, I'll put them on the screen right now, but this ECU should just bolt right in and it should be able to do the stomp test. And overall this is just a good upgrade to do, because I think these have a single board and the ones inside my car right now has a dual board, so it's just more parts that could break, but it should be just plug and play. I should be able to just put this ECU in and it should just fire right up. It's only 4 bolts that hold it in. It's underneath the glove box. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Hopefully this isn't too hard. Let's get this ECU swapped out. Damn, bro, I can't even install an ECU without it being harder than what it is. The old ECU's on top and then the new one's on the bottom. As you can see, the mounting brackets are a little bit different. This one's too thick. It's a little bit thicker than the one on top, and the bolts that bolted it in are just too short. So I tried taking out the washer and I wasn't able to take it out. So I'm gonna go have to find some new hardware for the new ECU. I just need a longer bolt so I can reach through that. But honestly, I might just zip tie it, to be honest, just so it holds in place. And I could just cut the zip ties out later and replace it with the bolts. I don't know if this bracket comes out. If I can find a way to remove this bracket, then we might be good, but I don't think it's gonna come out. I'll see what I do right now. I might just do zip ties. I went ahead, I just zip tied it. Has a little bit of play, but nothing too bad. And then plus the harness should hold it in a little bit better. So I'll get these later, but right now let's plug in this ECU and try and do the stomp test. Let's try and do the stomp test. So if I remember correctly, put the key to the ignition, and then you're gonna stomp on the gas pedal 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 1, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'll leave this in the description. Basically the code that I'm giving right now, as you guys saw, is 1444. And where is it? So if there are no faults, it will flash the code 1444 for 4, 6, and 8 cylinder engines. So mine flashed once, stopped, and then flashed 4 times, stopped, flashed 4 times, stopped, flashed 4 times, stopped. So that means I have that code. So that means that the car actually has no check engine lights. So I guess the check engine light I'm getting is an occasional misfire. So that means that the check engine light that I'm seeing, I only see it every now and then when I'm driving. It'll come on for a bit and it'll go away. The car feels completely fine. It might be a small misfire. When I was doing the head job, I noticed that one of the spark plug wires was like cut and it was just kind of press in place. So maybe I'll get some new spark plug wires. So that's good. I just wanted to see if there was any hidden codes inside of the ECU. Let's try and start it and see if the ECU works. It should work. Yep. So now I got an upgraded ECU. There's no performance increase, I don't think. I think it's just like a reliability issue. And now I know that the car has no codes, so now I can sleep at night knowing I have no codes. The next thing we're gonna be doing is, like I said, we're gonna be changing this head unit. I have a brand new head unit right here. I just don't like this head unit here. Like, it's a badass head unit. I'm gonna be putting this head unit inside of this truck over here. So I'm gonna get used out of it. It's a badass head unit. It just doesn't fit the interior of this car and it blocks up so much of the AC controls and stuff, especially since I'm trying to fix the AC. I just want to put a nice single din in here. So yeah, let's get rid of this. Hopefully it's not too hard. So the first step is, I can't really see, so I'm gonna use this GoPro to kind of see what's back here. I think I gotta remove this faceplate back here trying to remove this and hopefully the whole screen comes off. I don't know if there's a button to take it out. Normally single dents have a button and then the faceplate will pop out, but since this is like a double dent single dent situation, I have no idea, so let's figure this out. I finally got this loose. It didn't want to come out on this side, and then I used these special tools that came inside of this head unit. You kind of just have to slip it in there and then like kind of mess with it a little bit and it popped out. Nothing ever goes as easy as I planned. Head unit back there. I have no idea how to take out the screen on that one, but I got the whole head unit out. This is what I'm left with. So I have one broken wire. I'm gonna try and repair this. I gotta figure out where it leads to, or if it's just left like that, because everything else seems okay. I don't know where it leads to. Now I just gotta pray that this harness right here plugs into that one. It looks similar. This is the one that came with the car. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this to a shop because I have no idea about the wiring and shit. I just don't want to deal with it. So I think I'm just gonna take it to a shop. I found a shop that they said if I brought it right now, they might be able to finish it today. It's just a head unit swap, so I might have to pay a couple $100 to fix it. But I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna see if I take it to the shop and I'll let you guys know how it goes.
1 hour later.
Bro, I'm so hyped right now. As you can hear, we got CarPlay back in the car. I'm so happy, bro. But yeah, it was a really dope shop. The guy was really cool. He actually let me watch how he installed it. He kind of tried to explain to me a little bit on how he did it. And it was pretty easy. Obviously I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't want to make it a bigger problem for myself. We got the new head unit in. I'm so hyped about it, bro. I still like double dents better. A double dent is just, it looks better, it's bigger, it's a bigger screen. But for a car like an E30 where you don't want to modify it to be able to fit a double dent, this is the perfect product, bro. Like, bro, I know I'm fucking fat. I don't want to hear it. It makes the interior of the E30 just look so much better, and I don't have to use that big ass screen. It's gonna make driving this car that much better. And then now I could put this big ass screen inside of my Silverado. It won't be a big problem to have it in the Silverado because it doesn't really block anything. Everything worked out. Super hyped. So the last thing we did was the head unit. Oh, I got my girlfriend behind the camera. I'm at her house right now installing the condenser because I need to fix this AC. I'm tired of driving around, sweating my ass off driving this car. Got the condenser ready. Hopefully it's an easy install. I gotta take off the whole front bumper of the car though. That's gonna be a bit. Hopefully that's all it needs and we could just charge the system up and hopefully the AC would. So let's see how that goes.
Hey guys, so today we're gonna be working on the tabernator.
Give me a rag.
Aha. Pink.
I got on jack stands. The next step is like I gotta take off this grill right here and I gotta take off the kidney grill. I think the other grill has to come off too, yeah, because that condenser is like right there in the middle. It goes from right here to right here. So yeah, this grill has to come off too, but I think the headlights are fine. Yeah, the headlights are fine. Just the 3 grills have to come off, and then I have no idea how to take off the front bumper. I'm gonna just basically look for any screws, see what's attaching it, and then just take it off. I didn't really look at videos on how to take this off. I probably should. I'll probably look one up right now. And at the same time, I'm gonna be trying to fix all this stuff. I don't know why this is all messed up. Let's get those grills off and then figure out how to take out the bumper so you can get access to the condenser. Almost got it out. If anyone has any idea what bumpers I have, let me know, because I gotta do my research and see what bumpers I have, because I could not find the video on how to remove my style bumper. For the little lip that was in here, you had to lift the lip up and put in a super lug extension in there, and there was some bolts underneath it. So this is the one for this side. You can see this side right here with the side marker. If you look underneath, there's these brackets right here that had bolts underneath. So you had to kind of lift it up to be able to see that bolt and then put an extension underneath there. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. I just kind of took a minute to figure that out. But we're almost there. I already got the condenser loose, but it doesn't want to come out. The idea I have right now is I think I'm gonna take off these, I think these are 8 mils right there, one right here, and I think it touches the actual fender. I don't know if you guys can see right here, but this whole metal right here, because this is keeping the condenser from falling out. I also loosened the power steering bracket. It's just 2 bolts right there and a bolt through that bracket right there. Power steering cooler used to be right here, and I dropped it out the way, so now the condenser should be able to fall out. And now I just gotta loosen those brackets around for this faceplate right here. I'm gonna take out the bolts, but there's a bunch of clips in here because on the back side of this is just a wiring harness. I'm not gonna remove that. I'm hoping to just remove those bolts and be able to move this a little bit just to be able to take the condenser out. Another idea I had was to remove the fan inside of here because it's just 1 bolt up here and another bolt right here, and then slide the fan out and then the condenser, but I'm not sure. I'll see what I do right now. And then this connection was fed in through here. It goes in through here somewhere, and then it was like all bunched up in there. And since this car has like LED bulbs, it has like an aftermarket like LED light in there. I want to simplify that later, but I kind of just kept yanking on the cord and then looking to see through here. I was able to tell which one it was, and I disconnected it. This is how the plug looks like on the other side. You just squeeze these 2 connectors right here and the plug just pops out. So the condenser is free. I just got to figure out a way to get it out. So either I loosen this faceplate or I take out the fan and then the condenser. So we'll see what I do right now. We got the condenser out. I ended up just taking out the faceplate and taking it out a little bit. I didn't take it all the way completely out, but with the faceplate out, I got the condenser out. So this plate's loose. I didn't take it all the way out. I mean, it won't come all the way out because the crash bar's right here, but I took off all the bolts and it just came loose enough to be able to drop the condenser. It literally just dropped out, so that's good. Now there's a lot of more room in here. So now what I have to do is I have to swap this fan onto the new condenser over there. Well, it's not a new condenser, it's a junkyard condenser. I bought that one used. Hopefully it works, bro, because if not, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna put this condenser in and I'm not gonna put anything back in until I charge the system to see if that one holds charge, because if that one leaks, then I'm not gonna put the bumper back on because this was a bitch to take out. This condenser was leaking from up here really bad, somewhere around here. I have no idea where, but we'll see on the new one if it works. I took the fan off of that one. It looked like there was like a nest or something in it, or just all the years of just the dirt that is sucked up. I really should have just bought a new condenser because this new condenser, hopefully it works. That's the main thing. Like, as long as it works, it should be fine. But I really should have bought a new one because I'll show you guys why. This new condenser, whoever took it off didn't know how to remove the fan, I think, or I don't know what they did. I don't know why they would cut the brackets, but basically on the old condenser, there's 3 brackets, 1, 2, and 3. They're held by those bolts over there. It's really simple. Literally, you just, so this one still has a bracket up here. You take out the bolt and then you push the bolt in through here, take out the bolt, and then the fan literally just slides out. But for some reason on this condenser, someone cut off this bracket right here and someone cut off the bracket over here, which is like stupid. I don't know why anyone would do that. So I still have that bracket up there. I put a bolt already. I already tightened it, and then I just put a zip tie on this side. I mean, it'll hold it, but that's just stupid. So I only paid 30 bucks for the condenser, that's why I risked it. I should have just bought a new one, honestly, though. I recommend buying a new one unless the junkyard one is in really good condition and it has all the brackets and stuff. But at this point, I just hope it holds charge. I'm gonna get it back in, connect everything, and I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna go get refrigerant so I can charge the system and see if this condenser leaks. Let's get it back into the car. Got the new condenser in. New condenser is in. I already tightened up both of the lines. I think that should be it. The car should start. Yeah, I didn't remove anything. I'm really hoping it doesn't leak. If it doesn't leak, it should hold charge, and hopefully my AC should work. Let's start charging the system. Hopefully it holds charge. Hopefully it doesn't leak, and hopefully we have AC in like the next hour. So before I actually start charging the system, I have to change this AC button inside of the actual dash. On this one, this new one, the AC button actually stays clicked in. On the one in my car, at the beginning of this video, you guys saw, the AC button doesn't stay clicked in, so the AC doesn't stay engaged. You press the AC, it just comes right back out. If anyone in the comments knows how to repair that, or if it's even possible to repair that, let me know in the comments down below. Because these buttons, brand new, OEM, are like $130. I got this one from a part out. It was like 30 bucks. I could have gone to the junkyard to try to find it, but this one was in perfect working condition. If anyone knows how to repair those, let me know, because I really want to repair it just to have a spare. Apparently this is a really common E30 problem. It happens from the AC button being pushed in all the time. So you need to be turning it off every single time you stop driving to keep the spring inside healthy. Because if you keep it pressed in all the time, once you press it out, the spring isn't going to compress anymore and it won't lock in. There we go. AC button's in. Now let's turn on the car and actually start charging the system, and hopefully the AC button actually works. Bad news, still don't got AC. I charged the system. The condenser's not leaking, but the actual AC compressor is leaking. Down there, on the actual AC compressor, there's 2 lines. This line right here that I'm following down the middle of the screen, it's just hissing. It's just letting all the air out. And I put my hand next to it and I could feel the air coming out of it. I tried tightening the line, didn't work. The condenser's good. It seems like it's good. If anything, I could probably just try and switch the compressor and see if that works, but I'll order the parts and we're gonna get the AC working on this car. I'll check back with you guys in a bit, let you guys know what happens, but that's it for tonight. See you guys in a bit. That was annoying. We're back. Got the homie David in the back. Picked this fool up on the side of Home Depot. I was working on this car in my girlfriend's garage and we got the new condenser in, but the condenser, so the good thing is the condenser's not leaking. It was leaking before. The condenser's not leaking anymore, but you guys saw that hose is leaking. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys. The bottom hose is leaking, which I think, if I routed it right, is the top hose on the condenser. So hopefully I don't have to take the front bumper off, but it's still gonna be annoying to get to it. But I actually ended up buying the line. I was like, you know what, let me just try replacing the line. Hopefully I replace this line and that's literally all the car needs. Maybe that's why the high pressure side is all tweaking out, because there's a big leak in the system. Me and David are gonna go ahead and try and replace this little tiny line. It doesn't look too bad, but hopefully they go smooth. And then I have like a half bottle refrigerant. We're gonna charge the system with that half bottle and see if it still leaks. We're gonna let the motor cool down while we clean up for a bit and swap out the line, let you guys know how it goes, and hopefully in the next hour or two we have AC in this car. Took out the grill already. It took like 2 seconds, so I didn't record it. We can get access to the line, which is right here, so that's really good that we just have to take out the grill. It should be this line. I'm pretty sure we checked it already. So we're gonna take off that nut over there, and then I just took out the plastic cover that was right here. There's probably like some clips I need to hold it in. Mine was literally just self-tapped. I just have a mess of wiring because the last owner tried to put, I don't know if it was the last owner or they bought it like this, but there's like a mess of LED in here. So I'm gonna do something about that in the future. But for now, I just wanna try and fix this AC line. I don't know if you guys could tell. I'll probably show you guys when I take it out. It's like bubbled up right there at the bottom and it's all messed up. So I'm really hoping this top AC line is fine, because to get to the bottom AC line is a bitch. Hopefully with the half can of refrigerant is enough to tell if it's leaking or not. I should be able to. It was leaking bad from right here. We got the line in, it's already installed, it's tight on both sides. We're gonna leave this off in case we have to tighten the front nut on the condenser, but I think it should be fine. The only problem that I know I have is when the first time I tried charging it, the AC cooling fan would not turn on. So I have my power probe. I'm gonna try and give direct power to the fan to see if the fan kicks on. If it doesn't, then that means the fan's bad, and that means the whole front bumper has to come off. But I don't know how essential that front cooling fan is for AC. Maybe just when I'm in traffic and stuff, the AC might not work that good and it might come out a little bit hotter. I'm not sure, but we're gonna try and figure it out. Right now I'm gonna just try and charge the system, see if it holds pressure. I already put a half bottle of R134 into the E30 just to see if anything leaks. It felt like a half bottle. I think it was like a half bottle. It could have probably been a little bit less, but I only put a little bit in and the pressures are already kind of climbing. They're not at the max limit yet, but I don't think there's much room. Like the pressure for the high side is just climbing way too high. I don't know what's wrong with the car. I don't know if the compressor's messed up. I don't know if there's some blockages in the lines. I just went and bought 3 more bottles. I'm gonna pour 1 bottle in and then turn off the car, just make sure everything's good, make sure it's not leaking, because I've put like around $100 refrigerant in this car already and I'm tired of it. I don't want to waste these 3 bottles and it doesn't work. So I think I might just push the pressures up a little bit and just pray to God nothing blows. If the pressure gets too high, that means something's wrong with the AC system and it has to be replaced. At that point, I might just risk and just go a little bit higher. I don't want to go too high. But if it goes a little bit past what it needs to be, then fuck it. We're just gonna send it. Pray for me in the comments. Next clip either is gonna be me super happy because the AC works, or me super sad because it's leaking, or me super sad because something blew up, or me in the ER because this shit just blew up. We'll see right now. Pray for me in the comments right now, bro. I need all the prayer emoji hands in the comments right now. You think this shit gonna work? Yeah, the David seal of approval. We'll be fine, bro. We tried charging up the system. The pressure's still getting too high. I kind of stopped it at like 300. I'm kind of down to go a little bit more, but I wonder if my pressure is getting too high because my AC fan isn't. So I got my power probe and I'm getting voltage to the connector. I'm getting voltage to the connection on the AC fan. So all right, probably my AC fan's bad. But I was like, you know what, let me test it. So I manually tested it with the power probe and it's turning on, so the AC fan turns on. Alligator clip on the ground. We figured out which one was the ground, and then David's gonna give it 12 volts. Go. My AC fan works. That's the good news. But at least now I know the AC fan actually works, so it's gonna be a problem other than that. So right now I'm gonna take a look at some of the fuses, and hopefully we get this fan to work, because I think if we get the fan to work, it might cool down the refrigerant or something. Maybe that's why the pressure's so high. Like I said, I have no idea. At the end of the day, I still want to get my fan to work. The air inside the car is a little bit below like room temperature, I think. I'd say maybe like, I don't know, 70 degrees, something like that. But it's not cold enough to be considered AC. But I've only put one bottle in this. Maybe with the fan on, it'll blow colder inside the car because it's cooling the Freon before it reaches the actual cabin. So the next thing we're gonna try and fix is try and figure out why my AC fan is not kicking on. Hopefully it's just a fuse or a relay or something. So we probably put like 2.5 cans in there. The high side creeped up to like 350, and that's like the most I want to push it. I really think that the fan has something to do with it, because I think the fan is making the AC not blow as cold on the inside. Right now the AC is blowing like at 75. I think once it gets air in it, it might blow a little bit cooler. I think that just means that whenever I hit traffic, I'm gonna have to turn the AC off. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and fix the AC fan, obviously. We got power to the fan, like you guys saw, so the fan works. The relays I'll check out, like I have no idea what it could be after that. It might be one of the switches on the dryer, which I don't know. I'm gonna do some more research and see what the fuck I do, but I really wanted to fix the AC. It looks like we didn't fix it completely. Hopefully I get at least some cool air. I'll let you guys know in a bit after the drive right now. I just drove the car around for like 10-15 minutes and the AC is actually super cold. It looks like the AC works now. The only thing is I gotta fix the AC fan, because that AC fan is supposed to kick on when you're in traffic or you're driving slow. When there's no air going through the condenser from you driving the car, the fan will kick on to obviously help cool the air coming into the cabin. But since my fan isn't turning on, that basically means if I hit traffic, I have to turn off my AC so that the compressor clutch doesn't kick on. Because if I keep the AC on, even though I'm stuck in traffic, I think it could burn out the compressor clutch and then I have to buy a new compressor. I gotta figure out how to fix the AC fan, so that's gonna be a problem for future Chris. I'll probably fix it and I'll tell you guys next video how I fixed it. It's always in the small details that makes it driving your car even more enjoyable. It's probably been like a week with the head unit installed. I haven't had any issues. The only issue I've had, I hit a crazy pothole one day and this single dent literally just popped out. If it keeps falling out, I'll probably just slip a piece of cardboard in here to make it a little bit thicker and slide it back in, or I'll probably just take it back to the audio shop and see if they could get it to fit a bit more snug. Before I end this video, let me give you guys a car update on just everything in general, so I'll probably put that in the title. So let me go ahead and show you guys all the cars, give you guys an update on them before I end the video. E30, solid car. I just fixed the AC on it. Everything's perfect with it. Next video on the E30, we have a couple maintenance stuff that we're going to be doing to just make it overall just drive a lot better, because right now there's a few little things I want to change on it and improve to make this car drive even better. So that's the update on the E30. Over here we got the truck. It's perfect. There's literally nothing wrong with it. The only things I need to do on this before we start towing the 240 is I need to fix the suspension on all the way around. I want to replace the shocks, and the front really needs something done. I think the tie rods or something are messed up on it, because the steering when driving this truck is just horrible. There's so much play in it. The truck's been good. It hasn't leaked any oil, maybe a small drop from the bottom fitting that I told you guys last time that we need to replace. But other than that, the truck's solid. And after the suspension and all that refresh, which we're going to be recording that, it should be ready to tow the 240. I got some LEDs for the front. I'm going to be restoring the headlights in the same video. We need to upgrade the trans cooler, so we're going to be upgrading the trans cooler as well. The trans is still an operating temp, but it's too hot for my liking. I want it to run a little bit colder, so I'm going to upgrade the trans cooler. I actually picked one of these up new that didn't record. I ordered one off Amazon and the fitment was terrible, and it just didn't fit. Like I would clip it in on this side and it would unclip on this side, and I would clip this side in and it would pop out over here. It just sucked. But this is an actual name brand. I forgot the name of the brand, but I'll put it on the screen right now if I can find it. And this one fit completely perfect. I bought it as a combo deal with this double din, but as you can see, the double din's cracked, it's scratched. I bought speakers, I bought the double din, and I bought the dash trim all together for a deal. I paid like 200 bucks for everything, which is a steal considering the trim alone is like 150. The double din is like 300 bucks, and then the speakers are like 150. So I paid only 200 bucks for all that. I plugged the double din in when I first got it, and it worked. Everything worked on it. My dumbass had the double din stored in a plastic bag with the speakers, and they scratched the screen. So the screen got scratched, and then when my dumbass was installing the double din, I pushed too hard on the double din when I was pushing it in, and I actually cracked the screen with my fingers. And I'm pretty sure that's why the touchscreen doesn't work. If you made it this far in the video and one of you guys actually wants this double din, it works perfect. It has CarPlay and everything, but since the touchscreen doesn't work, I can't raise or lower the volume. I can't click on anything on it. It works good if you just want to put on like a podcast or music. It still works, obviously, like I said. And it works for maps, so the maps will pop up on there, so you don't have to keep looking down on your phone. If anyone wants this double din for free, comment Chick-fil-A because I'm hungry as hell. So comment Chick-fil-A and DM me a screenshot of it on Instagram if you guys want this double din. I'll just pay for shipping and I'll ship this out to you. But yeah, that's basically the update for the truck. Now the update that you guys are all waiting for, let's look at the 240. Nah, bro, this car looks abandoned, bro. It looks like a fucking homeless person drifts this car, bro. As you can tell by the B-roll, I haven't driven this car. I literally just moved it for the street sweeper. There's not much left to do to it. I want to take it to its first track day, but I have to wait for the truck to get refreshed to be able to tow it safely, because just even driving the truck right now, it's not the safest truck to drive. So I really got to fix the steering and the suspension on it before I start towing this car. So yeah, I haven't driven it, but I haven't done much to it. I haven't touched it since the last video you guys saw. Basically since we got it running again. What was wrong with it? I don't even remember what was wrong with it. It wasn't the head gasket. Was it the head gasket? Ever since the last time you guys saw it, when we got the bash boards and everything installed on it. But I'm super excited to fucking drive this car. It drives great. It drives amazing. I drive it around the block for like 20-30 minutes every time I drive it, just to keep the fluids running, mainly to keep the battery charged. But it's just on the back burner. I really gotta wash this car, bro. It's fucking filthy. Tomorrow I'm gonna wash all my cars. They're all disgusting. And in the other update, you guys aren't gonna want to see this, but I got my daily right there. Good old Corolla right behind the truck. That's just my daily. That one's filthy too. There's nothing to see on it. You guys don't want to see anything on it. I'm super excited to drive it. I can't wait for the truck to be ready to take this to its first track day, because it should be ready. The only thing right now is that the car doesn't start. I don't know what the fuck's up with that. I'm gonna figure it out tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna record it. It's probably gonna be something stupid. I'll let you guys know in the next video what it is. Yeah, I gotta figure out why this car doesn't start. I thought it was a dead battery. It was a dead battery because the battery was getting weak. I went to put a brand new battery in it and it still doesn't start. So I might mess around with it right now actually. That's pretty much the update on all my cars that I have at the moment. We still have the trailer as well. We're gonna be adding a winch to that too. I might include that in the same video for the truck, basically getting the tow rig completely finalized and getting it ready to tow the 240. I don't know what next video is going to be. We can make E30 content obviously, but I don't know if you guys want to see that. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see next. I'm gonna actually edit this video right now to upload it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see next. The 240 has to get gauges installed for the water temperature and the oil pressure, so let me know if you guys want me to record that. The truck has to get ready. The suspension needs to be fixed on it. I have parts to make a video on the E30 as well, so let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys don't mind an E30 video, I could get that out sooner than anything else, because I still have to wait to be able to buy all the suspension for the truck and all that. It's pretty expensive. I'm actually not even working right now. I haven't worked for the past 3 weeks. I actually got fired, so I have a meeting tomorrow to see if I can get my job back. But it's been nice having the time off to be able to make videos. But yeah, that's pretty much the update for everything. Stuck in neutral. Me and Edgar have been slacking. We haven't dropped any clothes. We really need to get started on that, but it's just expensive. It's expensive to make clothes, so we're gonna start slowly making some more clothes and just dropping maybe a t-shirt at a time and stuff, because I obviously want to wear my own brand, and I'm sure Edgar does too. So we're gonna start working on that. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys will support us. That'll help me especially to make more videos for you guys. And that's pretty much the update on everything, the cars, the brand. I hope all you guys watching have been good. Thank you guys for all the support on all the recent videos. They've been doing really good. The truck did really good. The E30 did pretty good. If you guys came back to the channel and watched this video, I appreciate it so much. Drop a like on the video. It really helps out a lot, especially for a small channel like mine. If you enjoyed any moment in this video, please consider subscribing. Click that bell to be notified whenever I drop a new video, because I drop literally random all the time. I have no schedule. Turning the bell on and turning on notifications will let you know when I upload, because like I said, I don't really post when I upload, only on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram as well. I post on there whenever I upload, and you guys are gonna get behind the scenes of everything as well too. I'm sorry for rambling for like the last 10 minutes of this video. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching my videos. It really means a lot. Drop a comment. I read and reply to every single comment. I'll see you guys next time. Later.